not know how lucky they are when a girl actually likes them. Like, do you know how many unanswered texts I have in my phone from men who I take literal days, if not weeks, to respond to? Do you know that the fact I'm responding to you the same business day is a privilege? I don't think they do. I don't think they know.
And that perfectly personifies the thought process of the modern woman. Grandiosity, egotism, a lack of empathy, and pride. Notice how she said business days. The modern woman and escorts are becoming the same thing. And it's not going to change if we continue to allow these games. Fellas, we need to start a no tolerance movement. Cut communication with no explanation. She's sending mixed signals, cut it. Took too long to text back, cut it. If they say maybe or we'll see, cut it. Remove the incentive from the environment, then the behavior cannot exist. Become exempt. One less pawn, one less sucker, one less simp.
Welcome to the Readiness Tribe. Let's get started on today's video.
Mama, there goes that man.
Effort without return burns out fast. Simping at its core was over-investing, over-giving, over-prioritizing without clear return. And men are realizing attention doesn't equal interest. Effort doesn't guarantee respect. Giving more doesn't create attraction. So when the return isn't there, the behavior stops. Attention killed the old playbook. Social media changed everything. Before, effort stood out. Now, everyone has access. So now a man's effort is competing with hundreds of messages, endless validation, constant attention, which means over-investing early doesn't separate you anymore. It just makes you replaceable. Boundaries replaced overcompensation. Men used to think, if I do more, she'll choose me. Now it's, if she doesn't show interest, I move on. That's not bitterness, that's efficiency, because men are realizing attraction is either there or it's not. You don't negotiate your way into it. Men are watching patterns. This is a big one. Men are paying attention to behavior, consistency, priorities, not just words, intentions, promises. So when a man sees high expectations plus low reciprocation, he's not stepping up more, he's stepping back. Peace became the priority. Here's the shift. Men are asking, is this peaceful or is this work? Because if the dynamic feels like constant proving, constant chasing, constant pressure, it's not worth it. So instead of simping, men are selecting.
Women like to be pursued. Men, I think, like to feel like they're earning a woman.
Women like to be pursued?
Yeah.
I think that a lot of that comes from insecurity. Not you particularly, but I think that women like that idea of being pursued. You're just going to get assigned if you continue pursuing that.
No, I think women, they like consistency and they like knowing that the man wants them.
Of course, to desire a woman and to pursue a woman are two very different things.
What
right?
is pursuing in your words?
Well, for example, in a lot of ways, you go on a date with a girl. Who's supposed to hit up who? Persistency, women typically think is desire. It's not desire. Desire is inviting somebody to be in your life. Now, there's also a certain point where he goes, hey, I'd like to see you tomorrow. And if there's an insecurity that a girl has and she goes, well, that's not enough. I want him to chase me.
Yeah, and I think that's playing games and I don't promote that.
This is where the conversation gets uncomfortable. Because when we say men should pursue, what are we really talking about? Is it tradition or is it validation? Because a lot of men are starting to question it. If you're interested too, why does all the pressure to initiate, plan, and prove interest fall on me? And the moment that question gets asked, it gets labeled as, he's not masculine enough. But flip it for a second. If someone needs to be pursued constantly to feel wanted, is that confidence or is that reassurance? That's the debate. Because some men aren't against pursuing. They're against one-sided effort. They're not saying, don't show interest. They're saying, why does interest only count when it comes from me first? And that's where things are shifting. Not because men don't know how to lead, but because they're starting to ask, are we building something mutual? Or am I performing to earn your attention?
by the time you're in your 20s, you should not be approaching men that you find attractive and they didn't come to talk to you first. They saw you and they didn't choose to come up to you and say what's up. So don't go over there trying to bump into him. Oh, excuse me, this was an accident, so that he could talk to you, because no, you're gonna step into pick me energy, and that's exactly what you don't want. You don't want to be a pick me. That's gonna set up the entire energy for the interactions that you have, and it's going to make you the pursuer, and it's just unattractive. If you were looking all good with your girlfriends and he didn't come say hello, he didn't come introduce himself, trying to find out what you're up to, then let it be, okay? Move on to the next. Bye.
So now showing interest is pick-me energy. Think about that. A woman says if you pursue a man, you're unattractive. But in the same breath, men are expected to pursue, plan, initiate, and prove themselves. So effort is attractive, just not when it comes from you. That's where it stops making sense. Because what a lot of men are hearing is, I want initiative, but I don't want to risk rejection. And that's not confidence, that's outsourcing the risk. Now, to be fair, nobody's saying you need to chase a man, but showing interest, being direct, meeting halfway, that's not pick me, that's mutual effort. And here's the reality shift happening. Men are starting to value reciprocity over performance. So when they hear, don't show interest, it makes you less attractive, they're thinking one thing. Or maybe it just exposes who actually wants me and who just wants to be wanted.
Okay, I just need to get this off my chest. I don't know if anyone has the answer, but I just need to get it off my chest. Is chivalry dead? Is it dead? Is it gone? Is it not in existence anymore? Because I like to believe that it's out there, okay? I like to believe that there's still men who will treat you like, like a chivalrous man. Like, I date men, so that's why I say men. But, I don't know, is it out there? Like, are we still being nice to women like that? Because I see what people be saying online, and it sounds rough out here, okay? I hear the stories that my friends go through. I am newly single, and I am scared. Be nice to me. Like, is that so much to ask? Like, open the door for me, pump my gas for me. I'm not saying you gotta pay for the dinner and pay for my gas. I mean, it would be nice if you did, but I'm not saying you have to. I'm an independent woman. But, like, show me a little respect as a woman that I got ready and made the plans to come out with you. I'm scared of it out here, guys. So, I don't know. Let me know.
Now, this is a conversation a lot of women are starting to have. Where did all the chivalrous men go? But here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. Men didn't just wake up one day and decide to stop. A lot of them adjusted. Because chivalry used to come with clear signals: respect, appreciation, and mutual interest. Now, some men feel like they're expected to give first, with no guarantee it's even valued. So they pulled back. Not because they don't know how to be chivalrous, but because they're asking, is this going to be respected or just expected? And that's the shift. Because chivalry without reciprocity starts to feel like obligation. And once it feels like that, men don't lean in. They scale it back.
Ladies, the proverbial shots have been fired, and the men are not taking it lying down. They are clapping back, and they are saying that this is actually something that they shouldn't even have to say. It should be common sense. But please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying back to you what the men have been telling me for the past decade. They do not mind pursuing. They do not mind taking the lead. They do not even mind initiating. What they don't want to have when it comes to dating is a one-sided situation. Most of their worst fear is that they pursue and they are labeled a creep. What you have to understand is that the Me Too movement had a powerful, powerful impact. It made men realize they cannot just approach women willy-nilly. They learned that not all their advances were wanted. And they are saying, look, we hear you. We need you to make very abundantly clear that the coast is clear to pursue. They're not looking for the women to step up and pursue, as some women have said. You know, they just want a woman to chase them and they want a woman to pursue them and they just want to be the girl in the relationship. Not what they're looking for. They are looking for you to remain squarely in your feminine energy, but they are looking for reciprocity. He's not looking for you to jump into the driver's seat, the masculine seat, and take over the wheel. He's simply asking you to participate from the passenger side. Be a co-pilot, so to speak. All right? Imagine he was a dog barking up the tree. He wants you to look down and say, yes, sir, you are barking up the right tree. No man who actually values himself and has self-respect is going to incessantly pursue a woman who is not giving him the signal that his interest is wanted, okay? That makes him go from pursuing to chasing, aka becoming a creep. Men have seen the screenshots where a man was shooting a shot and a woman felt it was inappropriate for him to holler at her, and she blasted him on social media for all the world to see. Men have seen men get accused of heinous things in groups on certain social media platforms. They have a very healthy level of fear when it comes to stepping up because they do not want to be accused of something that they are not. So they're saying, help us, help you.
Bingo.
Now this is where the conversation changes, because it's not a man complaining, it's a woman explaining. A dating coach breaking it down in plain terms. Men didn't just stop pursuing for no reason, they adjusted to what they've been experiencing. And what she's saying is simple. Men are tired of chasing interest that isn't clear, tired of initiating everything just to be met with mixed signals, tired of feeling like they have to prove themselves just to figure out if you even like them. And when you hear that from a woman, it hits different, because now it's not men are bitter, it's maybe men are being honest. She's pointing out that a lot of men aren't refusing to pursue, they're refusing to overextend. They're looking for signals, reciprocity, clear interest, not a guessing game. So when women ask, why aren't men approaching like before? The answer isn't complicated. Men are still interested. They're just no longer investing blindly.
The bar that much. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video. I was sitting at Trader Joe's, getting ready to go in, and a couple next to me in the car, they come over and the guy simply just opened the door for his girlfriend, wife, whatever she was. And I said, oh my God, that's so nice. Wow, I love seeing that. And I wrote, oh my God, you idiot, that should be the bare minimum. Like even role reversal, if I was at a store and I saw someone walking behind me, a guy, and I held the door for him, like, at the time, no one was saying anything. Yes, a ton of females liked the video, but for some odd reason, it now has made its way over to like the male side of TikTok, and it has gotten some traction and pissed off a lot of the men. I am getting hate comments that I'm saying that I think it should be the bare minimum that you possibly maybe open the door for your girlfriend once in a while, or wife, whatever she is. One guy suggested in his comments that I should be wearing a helmet, insinuating I'm a and then I said, what? That's not very nice. And then he proceeded to write back and post a picture of clown shoes. What am I missing here?
Opening a door is the bare minimum. Translation: nothing you do counts. It's just expected. And that's exactly why men responded. Because once effort gets downgraded to bare minimum, you've basically told him, you don't get credit, you get obligations. And men are looking at that like, so I'm performing duties, not building anything? See, it's not about the door, it's about the mindset behind it. If courtesy is just the starting line and appreciation never shows up, why would a man keep running that race? Because here's the reality. When everything becomes bare minimum, eventually the minimum is all you get. No extras, no effort, no initiative, just enough to get by, or nothing at all. And that's the part that surprises people. You set the standard as this doesn't matter, and then get confused when men start acting like it doesn't. Because a man who feels unappreciated doesn't argue about it. He reduces effort, or removes himself entirely. This concludes this video. If you made it this far, thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please comment and subscribe. RT out.
Mama